Hello everybody and welcome back to the Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So in the previous episode I think we were on 1,047,000 maybe. But anyways, considering we were this way, we have just gone and bought a load more fish food to bring back to the yard, which I'm hoping after this year we'll be able to at least get the small fish food factory, which will just ease off the pressure of our onshore, we got stuck there, of our onshore fish farm. So if that does ease off the pressure there, that would be very, very helpful. But right, let's just leave this here. And then I imagine once we have taken this to the farm, I don't think there's anything else that really needs doing in this month. Obviously we did all our tiles, so there's no more to do there. There's no more like castle stones that need to go to the castle just yet, so we don't need to do anything there. Well, that's gone terribly wrong to stack these, hasn't it? Let's just re-push these together like so, and then if we go back, now we can drop these on top hopefully. Yeah, so we'll take these back, and then I think the best, there's a lot of problems going on here. The best thing to do then would be to go and rest and move on. We do have the combine to buy at some point and the combine header, but it's one of them. I don't see the point really in buying it just yet because it's only going to depreciate in value. I have also put in, look at those wiggling around like no tomorrow. There's the new Titan Harvester pack that's just been released, where you can adjust the capacity of what can fit into your combines. So that could be something that we may have a look at. One thing I do, I brought you back at the absolute wrong time then. One thing that I do want to have a look at is beehives. I know that in 25 beehives so far, they almost look like they're not worth doing. Whereas I think I'm pretty sure that they're not worth doing. But I have a large modded one that I want to implement into here. And if that does work, I'm hoping the cycles per month will be better than what base game is. And we may be able to have a go at that, but we'll just have to see. But right, let's flick that back round, we'll put this on, and then like I say, we'll get back up to the yard. And I just want to find somewhere nice to put it, because I believe the field that is, we do have some canola. I'm sure we've got some canola. We'll just have a look. Let's put that there, onto here like so, and canola. Yes, so field 20 is canola. I don't want to put it in field 20, the beehive, purely for the fact of I have a feeling field 20 in due course will become a yard extension. It just seems to be the flattest, the most perfect area. So when we eventually get rid of the cow pasture, that's where there'll be a new cow barn going on, and then that field, it's just the obvious place to expand onto. Our worker there obviously must have finished the rolling of the soybeans, so we'll have to get him back to the yard, and I imagine that may need spraying next month. We'll also have to check the potato field, because I did try to spray that. I did try to spray that before the weeds germinated to see whether that would work, so we'll have to check all that sort of thing. But yeah, to where these Highland cows are now, this will be an extension, will extend the fence as it is already, but where the feed trough and the water is, that's where the barn will go. And like I say, if you look at this field here now in front of us, that looks the flattest field to then extend this yard onto. I think that'll possibly be the correct thing to do. But right, let's get up into the trigger here, and let's try not to drive into our shed. So if we put that like so, straps off, so that can now keep filling it in all the time. And let's go to construction. And it'll be animals, I reckon. Where is... Okay, these are the modded ones. Which one do we want to go for? So we've got that one. You can customize these. Okay, so the colour. That one you can't customize. And that one you can't customize. I'm going to be very, very bland and go for one like that. And now I just need to find a place to put it. Because, obviously, if we get rid of that field, we'll be keeping these ones. Would it then be worth we put it somewhere like in here? That's out the way of everything. It should get rid of these bushes as well. So we press B and put that in. There we go. So we've got that. And we now need the spawn point, which that's fairly big, so that'll be good. Where do we put this? I believe, where do we want the honey to go? It may be worth actually putting it down in this corner here, because I can't see much happening in this part of the yard, because otherwise you'll be blocking the shed. So let's go like that. B, press that down, and there we have our spawn point now. So I'm hoping that will, one, increase the yield, and two, if it works better than base game, then that would be absolutely brilliant. We're running the long way around here now, so let's just go have a look at this. So yeah, so as we're driving in and out of the shed there, we shouldn't really get too much in the way of that. And then we have, obviously, our bees here, which I'm very happy with how that's put, because it's out the way of everything, and it should work for these two fields if we were to put canola in either of these, and it's still benefiting that field just there. Right, let's go now have a look at weeds, which we currently don't have any, but we are going to have to, let's just have a quick look over at field 2. Yeah, so we got rid of the weeds there, which is brilliant. And it'll be weather, field 24, weeds growing. So we will have to come through here and spray this. But what we're going to do is we'll get into the tractor, we'll take this back to the yard, drop the rolls off, we will put some food to the chickens, and then I would imagine that'll be us moving in to next month, which we've got to keep an eye on. Where is wool? Okay, no, we need to go sell all our wool now. Well, it shows how much I remember. We must have sold it in the previous episode. Oh, well. Right, so is there anything else to go and do? So bar weeding of 24. What's 21? Let's visit that. That is going to need weeding as well. Does anything need rolling? No. That's everything rolled. So I think there's not much more to really do. Then we'll go rest and we'll go jump onto the sprayer. So I'm going to use the New Holland, I think, and the sprayer should be just down in here, yes. And did we fill it up? I can't remember whether we filled it up or not the other day with herbicide. We will find out. Yes, we did. So we'll go get into the soybean field and we will get that sprayed off. Looking across to that onion field was very daunting. But anyways, how many pallets of honey do we think we've got? Because I know, I'm sure everyone else does, base game, it's ridiculously slow. You know, it's not really worth doing it. But if we go around this corner, we'll see whether this mod has increased anything. Right. That was very disappointing. 126 litres. When do we put that in? So you're looking at 3 months for a pallet, maybe. And how much is... I don't actually know how much they are. Honey... Yeah, next to nothing. Probably not the wisest of things to do, but it is something different, which is why I wanted to give it a go. And now it's in, it costs us nothing. So as long as we make 3 or 4 pallets out of it, it's paid for itself. And then after that, it's, well, the honey's paid for itself. And then the yield bonus, is it 2.5% or 2%? Ooh, I better concentrate what we're doing. Increase on yield on the canola. So if that helps as well. So it will all add benefit to us, just not as much as what I think we would like to see. Uh-oh. 21 needed weeding as well. Everything today is just, we go to try sell wool, there's no wool to sell, we go spray a field off, and now there's another one to go do. So we'll make our way down to 21. We'll also have they not used up all this yet? And how much water is in here? So that will want filling up as well. What did that say? 40, oh, meadow grass, 48,000 litres. That must have been fixed in one of the patches, because I know originally there was no grass in here for the cows. And a lot of people say you had to cut the grass and let it regrow for it to establish. Obviously, I never did that. I just threw hay straight in for them, which seemed to work. So right, it is... Oh, it's our carrot field that needs doing, and all of our fields should be fully fertilised as well, so that helps. But after this year we should get into a good routine with our fields, which is what I'm looking forward to. Or if they're going to be like some, we don't have precision plow, not precision ploughing. We don't have what is it? Periodic ploughing turned on. But for the likes of our spring crops, we are going to have the plough going to do it for us. It just means that it's something that's working in the background, and then we don't have to mess around with weeds and so on for a few fields. Right, let's get this sprayed off. We will then, chickens will need some feed, so we can go feed the chickens and then have a good look of what needs doing. So I seem to remember, did we have some hay that needed, well, did we cut the grass in the previous episode? And did we have some hay to do? So if we drop this off, I'll just bob up to the, well, do I bob up to the top or do I just go like this? Visit. We hadn't cut this. So what's the best way? Because we've got we've got 4 bales here left. We've got 4 bales of hay, so we do need to go and make some more. So I'll put the mowers on to the worker. The worker can then go and cut it for us, and then we can look at doing the tedding, because we are going to have to get some more hay made. And then after that, we should be able to look at doing some silage. So front mower, let's go get the rear mower put on now. So we'll just spin round. We do need to cut the outskirts of the field just to get that little bit more grass in. So I'll probably do that. And it may even be worth windrowing that, just so that it's not as much of a mess. I don't know as of yet, but we'll see what we're set to. But obviously we want to maximise our grass yield as possible, to the point it may even be worth buying another grass field. And what I think I'll do is, when we start developing that canola field, I'll drill that with grass to begin with, because then we can forever just keep cutting that as and when we need it. I think that probably will be the sensible option until it's all concreted over. So let's turn this on, and we'll widespread it actually. We'll get the outskirts cut, we'll then transfer it on to the worker, and then we can then follow up behind with the JCB and the tedder. So with this now all tedded, I am going to go swap the tedder over. I'm going to get the windrower on. I'll just windrow the outside of the field very quickly, and then we can set the worker on windrowing the rest of the field. And then whilst we wait for him to windrow, what I may go and do is, I have a feeling that our sawmill, is running low. But what I'm thinking is, I believe it's not the best viewing on camera. So what I may do is just off camera, go cut a lot of trees down, get them all put into the sawmill, and then bring you back. So, have you on when I cut the first tree down, then bring you back when I'm pulling the last tree into the sawmill, which will hopefully see us fill it up as much as possible, because I don't want to be doing sawmill work all the time, because it seems to be, and I very much get the feeling that if you ever want to make money in 25, get a sawmill, you know, work on that, you know, work on doing that, and then you'll be inundated with cash, especially if you were to do wood chips. But right, we will get this put on without damaging it, just ramming straight into it, and I will quickly just bob round the bit of grass that isn't classed as field, and then, like I say, set this on, and then we'll bring the new Holland down, because that'll be the perfect tractor for pulling trees. This last little bit, and then that should be enough. So let's put him to there and set him off. Yes, it is a him, so that's all right. So he can do that. We'll jump into here now. We'll get all this folded up, get it all put away, and then, like I say, we'll go jump on the winch. So I'm hoping he shouldn't do too bad a job. I brought the trailer up here because I thought there's no point. We can load that up and bring hay straight down to where we need it. So there's no point taking it off and then to put it back on again just to bring it up. So first, the rear mower can go there. And the front mower can go here. And I'm kind of glad I jump cut that very slightly, because I ran into one of my bales with the front mower, which has now made a slightly tidy job look very untidy. Right, over here we go. And I should have left the winch. Over by the sawmill. Look at that magical fish food over there. Yes. So we'll get this put on. And what I do whilst we're here, I'm sure I saw somewhere that said you could do sort of like holiday lodges where you get paid for putting lodges out. But I think I may very well be wrong on that. So constructions, we want to be here maybe? Is it constructables? Yes, but I don't think... That's quite cool. Yes, here we go. So we have that one. Which other ones do we have? I think that's the only one. So, this one, what I am thinking is finding somewhere, and in this area may be the right place to do it, of where we can build these and make something like a bit of a holiday lodge, like a bit of a glamping site as it were. Whether we put these up here, because £2,400 a month, that'll come very, very much handy. It costs $250 to make. We have all the timber and we have the roof tiles, so we're already doing everything we need to. It's that, or is there anywhere better on the map that we could possibly go to? Just trying to think, because you don't want to be near the roads. That would make it not very nice. But it's like 68 if we were to visit here. That's a very pretty view, looking straight over there, but this isn't the most level. What about 52? It's near the farm, but you would want to... No, I'm not too much of a fan of this. Is this farmyard? Is it a farmyard here? What are these build? Oh, it's the railway line. Oh, I've never been here before. We've always gone straight down and round here. So this is completely new. Look at that train there. This map is... Oh, there's a bridge. This map is amazing, how you can just go to so many different places. I am thinking that probably the easiest and the best option is in here. Or we can plant hedges around them, we can put tracks to them. I think that'll be quite nice. We'll have to put a car park somewhere. But yeah, that's my idea anyways. But if we clear a lot of... Once we've got the trees out, I've got quite a few of the trees out, we can then have a look at doing this. Apologies, my phone going off again. Right. So, we will go and get a chainsaw down. We'll cut the first tree, which There we go. We need to make sure we have the green ring. We'll get this cut, and then I'll cut a load more, and I'll bring you back when we're pulling the last tree into the trigger. It's always a sign of a big tree when it takes a long time to cut through it. And now for the final one. I don't know whether we should stop cutting trees now in this area, because we're almost at the map boundary, and when obviously you get to the map boundary, it's not the prettiest of looking things, so at least there we still have a bit of cover. We can take a few more trees from behind the sheds here, but then I don't really want to do that, so I don't know whether it could possibly be sell this sawmill here and then look to move and buy a different bit of land to build another sawmill on, and then to continue from there with the woodwork. It may be an option, I don't quite know, but I'd imagine in the time that we've been doing that, our workers should have done with the windrowing, you would hope. So if we go get the baler, like so, we can bob up there. We're going to need some more round net, but we can refill that on the fly, which is quite a nice feature. We don't have to go and buy round net all the time. So let's pull this up. Where is the worker? Where is? Oh, he's over there in the distance. So he must be finished. So we'll pull him out of the way. We will get this baled, and then, well, we'll get it baled, and then that will be it, I would imagine. So let's fold this up and pull you out the way. And he's not done too bad a job, so I'm very, very happy with that. And I really hope that the next time I do a recording that I do have my voice back, because it's infuriating at the minute. As I said to my partner, I says I don't mind having a cold or anything like that, but not being able to talk properly is infuriating. But right, that's now turned on and dropped down. We will get this baled, and that'll do. And there we go, we are almost done. I hate missing all these little bits, it's so annoying. But then again, on the flip side, it would take a fair while to go around and gather them all up, so we won't be doing that either, I don't think. So what we're going to get, what do you reckon, 60% of a bale? 53, 54. Whilst we're here, we might as well get this little slither. And then do we empty? As I would imagine, with this hay now, we won't need, I think it'll be silage we'll do next, obviously to sell, and then hay afterwards, so we can unload that bale, leave that there, and then what I'll probably do is I'll just take the windrower off there, and then to put this onto the flatbed, and then we can get these loaded up. But that will all be next episode. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.